Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're unfortunately in the era of Star Wars now, where we are going to be getting nonstop news about the upcoming Rey movie. And it's the movie that nobody wants to hear about, right? It's the movie that unfortunately we're just going to have to constantly see headlines about. And it's interesting because the actress Daisy Ridley is going to be constantly shilling for the director, and probably vice versa. You're going to see that quite often. All the actors are going to be talking about how amazing this new female director is, how they're so happy to finally have a female director, blah, blah, blah. And on the other side, you're going to have the female director, Charmin, essentially, simping for the actresses and saying how it's amazing that females are leading Star Wars now, blah, blah, all that good stuff, right? Now we have an article here from Bounding Into Comics with a headline that reads, Star Wars lead Daisy Ridley says Charmin Obaid-Chinoy idea for Rey's film story is cool as shit and worthwhile. She's basically trying to say that this is going to be an amazing story. It's so cool. It's worthwhile for you to pay your money to go sit in the theaters and watch this feminist version of Star Wars. And you know it's going to be a feminist version of Star Wars because the director literally said that. Not only that, she has openly admitted that she is a feminist activist and everything that she does is influenced by that particular title. So let's get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing to my manga channel. The links are in the description box below. I would love to see you there. So it says, in yet another attempt to build hype for the upcoming and unwanted by audiences franchise entry, Star Wars actress Daisy Ridley has opined that from little she actually knows about it, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy's plans for her upcoming Rey solo film are cool as shit. Ridley offered this latest vague tease of her upcoming Star Wars return while speaking with Variety's Rebecca Rubin in promotion of her new film, Sometimes I Think About Dying. I made this joke in my last video, but I'm going to say it again. This film, Sometimes I Think About Dying, is a great title for someone who is making a feminist Star Wars film because, my God, I'm sure a lot of Star Wars fans feel that way when they constantly have to hear about Rey in Star Wars and how amazing it is that Star Wars is female now. It says, following a discussion of the upcoming rom dramedy, the actress was eventually pressed by Rubin for her predictions regarding how the franchise's first female filmmaker will impact the series, to which she asserted the short answer is, I don't know. I'm excited to do the job, but not because Charmin is a woman. That's where you're lying. That's where you're lying, ladies and gentlemen. We know that that is a massive lie. I'm excited to do the job, but not because Charmin is a woman. Sure. That is very believable. Not really. She then explained, ostensibly trying to do a bit of damage control on Disney's behalf, her documentaries are amazing. Her idea for the story is cool as shit. No spoilers, but since she gave me a rundown of the entire story, if it weren't amazing, I would have been like, okay, call me in 5 years, but it's worthwhile. You are lying, bro. You are lying. You mean to tell me that they would have offered you another Star Wars film, the ability to have your name, especially to be the lead in a Star Wars film, and because you didn't like the story, you would have said bye in 5 years? Get out of here, bro. You would have did the film regardless. Don't give me that nonsense of, oh, I gotta like the film for me to do it. Get out of here. No, nobody believes that shit. You're so full of shit. It says, then pressed as to whether or not it felt weird to make Star Wars movie without your co-stars Adam Driver, John Boyega, or Oscar Isaac, really revealed in turn no, because I don't know what it is or what or who it is and who in a new movie. So much has happened for me since the Skywalker saga, she added. I feel like a grown-up now. When I first started, I was like 20. I was the youngest on set. It took me the first 2 Star Wars films to feel worthy of being there. Now I'm in my 30s. The whole thing feels quite different. I've been able to work with other filmmakers, and hopefully I've got better as a performer. Despite the actress knowing near nothing about the actual concrete plot of the film, as noted above, this is not the first time Ridley has used a media appearance to try and inspire some semblance of audience excitement towards the film. When asked for a tease of Rey's next adventure during a November 2023 interview given to The Hollywood Reporter Brian Davids, the actress declared, I haven't read anything, but I know the story. It's really worth telling, worth exploring, and I think people will be excited. Listen, they're gonna do this, okay? They're going to drum up as much fake hype for the film as they possibly can. When this movie comes out, they're going to put headlines everywhere. #1 movie in America, #1 must-see in America, top movie of the summer, or whenever the hell it comes out, top movie of the winter. Whatever time this movie comes out, it's going to be the top movie of the time. They're going to do this because that's what they always do. Every single Star Wars film, they did that. Every single movie in general, they do that. It doesn't matter how garbage of a movie it is, it's always #1 movie in America or #1 movie for its time. It's stupid. Like the whole thing is meant to try to put butts in the seats. That's all it's meant to do. Drum up fake hype, pretend like everybody's loving this film, and try to get as many people to feel like they're missing out by not seeing this movie. That's what they try to do. It says, likewise, when asked to recall the journey that led her to rejoining the shambling corpse of a franchise in January of 2024 by French entertainment news outlet Allociné, Ridley detailed how after being approached with the opportunity by Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, I thought about it for a little bit. Once I knew what the story was and everything, I knew that it was something I wanted to do. I think it's a really fantastic exploration of the Star Wars world. It's a really cool way of taking the story in a different direction. Yeah, well, we talked about that. We talked about their whole different direction, and we know exactly what their different direction is, and it's nothing that most Star Wars fans actually want. Most Star Wars fans want you to go back to the lore and really stick to what the lore actually is supposed to be. Unfortunately, though, everything is so muddled, everything is so destroyed between the latest 3 films and the TV shows that have come out that the Star Wars lore is not what it used to be, and nobody's interested in it. You know that because the viewership for the TV shows are abysmal. They are so bad, it's not even funny. It's really not even funny. So they're going to pass off into the movies, and I'm very curious to see what these new movies do. I said many times in previous videos, I'm very curious to see what these new 3 movies are going to do. They're not going to be able to rely on the bait and switch of the last 3 movies. The last 3 movies did a lot of bait and switching when it came to this lore and the story and everything like that. They don't have that anymore. They're not going to be able to do that. Everybody knows what's up. Everybody knows what you're trying to do now with the story. So I'm very curious if they're going to be as successful as they were prior. Are these films going to hit over $1 billion? I don't know. I think the first one might. Truthfully, I really think it might, just because of the name, and obviously whoever is still around for Star Wars, is it going to be enough I don't know. I really don't know. This is a tough one for me to call. So I would love for you guys to leave me some thoughts in the comments down below. But it is a tough one for me to call, and I'm curious to see what it's going to do. But ultimately, if you guys don't like where the story's going, if you don't like the fact that Rey is going to be the savior of the Jedi Force, that the Force is female, all this other nonsense, if you don't like that, then you shouldn't be watching these movies. You shouldn't be watching the TV shows. I don't understand why Star Wars fans watch the TV shows and say that something like Andor is amazing, knowing that the story is all going to lead up to the same thing that they've said they hate for how many years now. You can't say you like Andor. You can't say you like Ahsoka. You can't say you like any of this stuff, knowing damn well that the main movies, all those TV shows, are going to lead up to that story. Obviously, if you're looking at the shows as a singular entity, then yeah, some of them could be good, some of them could be bad, whatever. But if you're talking from the lore aspect, you're talking from the overarching story, you're never going to like them because they're always going to lead back to the person you say you don't like, which is Rey. So this is why I never gave the TV shows a chance, because I'm not going to end up disappointed. I'm not going to care about Star Wars knowing that the movies were ruined in the last 3. The TV shows are not going to do anything. I don't care how good the TV shows are. They are going to lead to the same exact place that we are in and that we have been in for years now, and that is Rey as the savior of the Jedi Force. It is the most stupid thing. This Mary Sue has literally been giving everything. She has worked for nothing, and it's going to be just another boring story infected with modern day identity politics. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.